Hello, everybody. I am Angry Bird. Welcome to a new cast today, but today we've got something different. We're in Wargame Red Dragon, and the introduction of the kind of Wargame South Africa DLC re-spurred my interest in the game. It's been a long time. I actually used to own Wargame before Steel Division. I put about 300 hours in, certainly not enough to get good as it is. And yeah, when Steel Division was announced, I quickly switched over, and since then the kind of quality of life changes that were brought in Eugene focusing on Steel Division that have meant that I haven't really gone back to Wargame. But you know, the South Africa DLC, it's re-spurred my interest. Obviously taking a break from Steel Division 2 as well. I've been looking at other stuff, and Wargame, yeah, I'm going to do a few casts on Wargame. We'll see how they go. I'm sure a lot of you Steel Division fans out there will also be fans of Wargame. I mean, how can you not be? It's by the same company. Steel Division 2 came out of Wargame, so it would be silly if you weren't a fan. And it's great action as well, modern day units fighting, or more modern than World War II anyway. Right, introduction over. So this is actually a competitive 1v1 game. It's part of a hardened tournament that is going on over at the Wargame Boot Camp Discord. So if you're a member of the Steel Division 2 Boot Camp Discord, there's actually a Wargame version, and well, Wargame predates Steel Division 2, so Wargame version was there first. And yeah, they have lots of tournaments, and if you're just getting into Wargame, then that's the place to go to. Hopefully I'll put a Discord link in the description from now on. So yeah, this is a 1v1 tournament. Today the players we have for the match today is, on the left hand side is Billy Herrington. He's playing Blue for Lanyot mechanized deck, which is Germany and Denmark, I believe. And on the right hand side we have Satyr, I will call him. Hopefully that's a close pronunciation. He's playing the Blue Dragons mechanized deck. My knowledge of Wargame, yeah, I've not played it in like 3-4 years, so it's not going to be as good, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. So this is Billy Harrington's deck. Like I say, my knowledge of units is not fantastic at this point, but the more I do cast, the more I'll build things up. Things to look out for in this deck. Billy's got 143 units of infantry, which is more than Satyr. We'll come on to that in a moment. And from what I remember, the Panzer Grenadier infantry and the Dragonair infantry is pretty good, so he should have the infantry matchup kind of won. But things are a bit different here in Wargame, and focusing on infantry and tanks is not quite as important as it is in Steel Division 2. In terms of tanks, he's got 7 Leopard 2A1s, and they're the ones to look out for. They're going to be up against the tanks from Satyr. Other units to look out for, the automatic in the support tab. That's a bit of a meme unit in Wargame. That thing can do absolutely everything, and it's a beast, so we'll look out for that one. I'm sure that'll be out into the game. There'll be plenty of other units that I've missed as well, and I'm sure if there's any Wargame fans watching this that know more at this point than I do, they'll fill you in the comments down below. Switching over to Satyr on the right hand side, he's playing the Blue Dragons deck, which is South Korea and Japan. So the infantry, he's got less infantry units, and from what I remember, the infantry isn't as good as the Lanyot deck. I guess the Kutai 90 in the final card there looks pretty decent. I mean, he's clearly up-vetted that to, is it like veteran or elite status? That's different to Steel Division 2. You get the choice of up-vetting units, so he's clearly focusing in on that unit in particular and making them as strong as possible. In the tank tab, he's got the K1s. They are more than a match for the Leopards, and he's got twice as many K1s as those Leopards, so I think he's going to be trying to use those K1s as effectively as possible. We'll kind of leave it there and jump into the game, get the action underway. So, quick recap. On the left-hand side, we have Billy Herrington playing the Yanlut Mechanized, and on the right-hand side, we have Satyr playing the Blue Dragons Mechanized. We are on paddy fields in this 1v1. So, early F-16A Block 15 coming in just to secure the skies and against any possible helo rush, but that's not likely to happen in these competitive matches. Looks like we've got the Scout Defender versus the OH-60, both scouting the way. Early smoke coming down from Billy Herrington. The F-16 comes in and quickly dispatches Satyr's helicopter. So it looks like Satyr's definitely making a push into Bravo. And Billy Herrington coming down into Golf, so perhaps leaving Bravo a little bit more undefended. He's got his northern force up there heading into Bravo. Scout Defender now coming down south, perhaps going to locate the Chugata. Does so and dispatches that one before the JSDF Rangers. No, they did manage to get out. I think it's actually different in Wargame to Steel Division 2 in that the units do actually get out of the transports when they're destroyed. Looks like the Leopard 2A1 coming under attack from the Chumat, and Billy Harrington's going to need to keep those Leopards alive, currently using the smoke from the HS-30 back there in his spawn, and starts off with an early command unit to capture the +2. Again, a bit of a change for the Steel Division 2 fans. I mean, I'm going to highlight these changes to start off with, as a Chumat takes out something there. I didn't quite see exactly what it was. Probably a Marder 2, actually. I'm probably going to start highlighting changes because most of the people that are subscribed to the channel are Steel Division 2 players. But as we go on with more and more Wargame casts, I won't really need to do this as much. Chumat currently wrecking face right now with the number of kills. K1's come under attack from the Milan 2s. Again, the Leopards push forwards. Ooh, big strike onto one of them. Takes half damage, but the Chumats, they are out of missiles now. Out of ammunition. K1's coming up the north to take out the Marder 2s, and it looks like Satyr is going to set himself up a nice position on the edge of Gulf. Billy Herrington struggling to get the Panzer Grenadiers and the Dragoneers into the forest. He is going to encounter the Rangers, quickly dispatch them. Only one man left. The Dragoneers are going to take on the Soochong Sioux. And smoke coming down from Satyr from the 107 MSRP mortar. So the use of smoke for the Steel Division 2 fans, if you've not seen Wargame, if you've never seen a Wargame cast, that's going to be very different. Smoke is very fast firing, it's very effective in Wargame. Steel Division 2, you just don't see the same amount of smoke unless you're basically watching a Wargame player, an ex-Wargame player, someone like Nilla, someone like Graham, who previously Wargame players and still very much are Wargame players. K1's coming well into the heavy forest there, dispatching everything in its path, but they do have to be wary of the RPGs and the anti-tank weaponry on this infantry. Not quite in range to do the damage, and it looks like Satyr is going to control that heavy forest. But yeah, that's going to be one difference. The heavy use of smoke. Leopard 2A1's back off. Billy Harrington's got both of those intact, and both of the K1s as well. Elsewhere on the map, we've got down south the Nana San Shiki and the JSDF Rangers currently kind of providing optics down south. Looks like Billy Harrington's making a... Well, no, actually these M11 3Gs are going to go up north, back into Gulf. So yeah, I was saying earlier in terms of the territory, well, Satyr, I think he's got himself a pretty decent position in Gulf. He's got himself a nice position, although he could have pushed further forward, I think, into Bravo. It allowed Billy Herrington a chance to get his units into Bravo. He was a bit slow on the uptake there. But territory doesn't matter as much in Steel Division 2. You have to get the commanding units in to capture the territory. And here we have the Not a great picture. I was trying to find a good picture, one where they're not in cover. But yeah, you get the command units that have to go into the kind of capture positions to capture those points. Very different Wargame to Red Dragon, Wargame to Steel Division. So you can be well up in territory, but if you don't capture the points, it doesn't mean anything. Currently, Billy Herrington has the +1 thanks to capturing Alpha and Hotel, whereas Satyr's only picked up Charlie for now. So we got an extra K1 on the field coming down south, and Billy Herrington, after being unsuccessful in the northern position at Gulf, he's now coming to try to make the southern flank work, but the units brought in from Satyr to cover, and I really like Satyr's positioning. Look at the smoke, it's just constant smoke on this battlefield. This is the difference. Milan's firing up north, perhaps getting a K2000 kill. I think there was a K2000 that went down there. K200, sorry. It won't be of significant value. Oh, as we see another one just dispatched there. Up north, it looks like we do have a fire between Bravo and Charlie positions. The K1 sitting on the edge of the forest there, being a pretty big presence for Satyr. Those K1s, I mean, he has double the number of K1s to Leopard A1, so he really has that advantage in the kind of heavier tank stakes. Not really a super heavy, but still heavy enough. The Black Panzer Gepard there, taking down, I think that was a helo on the side of Satyr. Missed exactly what that unit was. Things calmed down a little bit. Scout Defender on the south from Billy Herrington, just making sure there's no southern flank. Marders come up with more Panzergrens. Remember, Billy Herrington does have more infantry, so he can afford to kind of throw away more of them in more aggressive infantry tactics. Satyr captures Foxtrot with the Bonbu in the buildings here and pulls it back to a 0, a draw on the capture stakes, but Billy Herrington has the lead right now in terms of tickets. I think in terms of territory, Satyr is ahead. This feels like it's going to be a fairly close game so far. It's now down to Bravo and Gulf. Or I guess if Billy Herrington holds on to his current position, he should pick up the victory. So yeah, Billy Harrington's got more to fall back on, but I like Satyr's position here in the southern part of Bravo. He could also use that to fire down onto the northern part of Gulf, so I really do like that positioning, but he needs to really kind of reinforce that. He's currently fighting against the onslaughts from Billy Herrington, and they're coming thick and fast. Marder 1 after Marder 1 after 11 3Gs coming in here. Constant smoke barrage as well from both players, and the K511 cargo, 2 of them coming in here to resupply the Chiu mats, and they've been pretty devastating so far, taking out a number of Marders, taking shots at the Leopards as well. Billy Herrington's getting his Leopards fixed up. That's a good move from him. He's managed to get some Dragoneers and Panzergrens into the Southern Forest, more on the way. If they can make it past the onslaught of Chu-Mat missiles coming their way. Looks like some fighting up north in Bravo as well. Billy Herrington's found the position of Satyr, and I think he's got enough units here to take them out. Just the Chu-Mat and the Nanasan Shiki left to go through. The Panzergren should handle them with ease, and he's got further Panzergrens up north as well. The K1 getting involved, but they could go down there, that K1. Eventually, it at least reveals the position. Peace Rhine coming in, yeah, just as we mentioned it. Peace Rhine coming in with the ATGMs, taking down that K1. Big difference, Wargame to Steel Division 2. Those jets come in so quick, so fast, and smack down the tanks if you're not careful. Fennec 2-2 coming in here, looks to take out the units on the south. And the K263 getting involved with that minigun. Man, the sounds! Oh, Oh, doesn't manage to take out the Fennec Toto. Should do on this. Although firing off against the Peace Ride, it does take it out there. So again, those Peace Rides coming in pretty handy for Billy Herrington. Man, I love the action of Wargame. Look at the position down south that Satyr has built himself. Very strong southern position, which I'm kind of surprised at because the territory doesn't really matter too much down here. I mean, it's all about the southern flanks. But Peace Ride coming in again, K16 this time. Does take out that Peace Ride. And pretty important for Satyr to take down those jets because so far they've been doing some pretty decent damage against his units. But yeah, the territory, I mean, there's nothing to capture down here, no capture point. I think that's a little bit too much of an over-investment down here on the south. Some recon units, I mean, he did have the Rangers, although have they gone down? Perhaps they moved forwards and then were taken down by the Scout Defender. Looks like it has used up its rockets. So yeah, some units down here, some recon to spot any enemy flank, but I think that's a little bit too much of an investment from Satyr. Takes away from his forces further up north, and he does need those forces because he's got to do something against Billy Herrington. Another Peace Ride on the way in, but an Eyehawk in here this time. Peace Ride deals with it though. One shot, one kill. So those Peace Rides really doing the dirty for Billy Herrington. And his positions down south, though, have been pretty much defeated. All of those Panzer Grenadiers that were coming in have been taken down. The Bonbu have been spotted. And I think he spotted them with his Panzer Grenadiers here and he's moved back. He spotted them with something. Perhaps it was the unit dropping them off that alerted him, but I expect a bombing strike in any moment. Ooh, perhaps it's the artillery coming in here trying to take down this command unit because Satyr currently has the +1. That is going to let him know though, something like an artillery strike immediately lets him know those command units have been spotted. I think I would have preferred a bombing strike in there. It's more instant. Doesn't let the enemy player know. The Satyr firing up at the Panzer Grenadiers here. The M11 3Gs are, sorry, the M11 3A1G coming down to fire on them. We'll take that position out. Dragonair is getting involved against the Satyr. K200 and KFV-25s looking at the northern flank there, but we do have the Milans covering that approach. Don't think too much is going to happen here. We have a Leopard 1 recon tank, so I didn't spot this actually in the decks. And that does bulk up the number of Leopard tanks that Billy Herrington has at his disposal, so perhaps makes the Leopards versus K1 battle more even than I first thought. Hachikayushiki coming in here to support the Satyr. They do need that support because right now they're being pretty much taken care of without too much trouble. I say that as the Dragonair just goes down. And actually the Panzer Grenadier looks to go down, so completely making caster mistakes there. But the Satyr do go down as well. Looks like another attack from Billy Herrington in the south of Gulf, trying to push himself into Foxtrot. But I don't think he's going to have too much luck here. He's got the position in the north of Gulf and Foxtrot itself to kind of contend with. The Leopard 2A1's right on the southern side, able to continue kind of fighting in that position thanks to the Chiumat being out of those out of ammunition. A couple of K1s coming down, and Peace Pheasant 2 coming in here. Ooh, missing against the Leopards, and the KF-16 takes out, or both planes go down from Billy Herrington, so big loss for Billy Herrington, and Satyr with the capture in Bravo definitely on top right now. Looks like he's making somewhat of a push down in the south. He did have a number of units down here, does take out a scout defender. There is the Lux A1 going to battle against the Nana Sanshiki there. Does take that out, keeps his southern flank intact. We have an automatic that's going to come down to protect the Leopard 2A1 down in the south near Golf and Foxtrot, and I think that's really going to help him out. The automatic, pretty devastating unit, so really will help Billy Herrington out. More smoke coming down as well, and we have some recon units down here hiding in the long grass down in the south. It's going to be pretty hard to pronounce those units. If you're a Wargame fan and you haven't been on my channel yet, then pronunciation, yeah, not my strong point. You'll get used to it. Satyr, though, has been doing an absolutely sterling job up in Bravo. Has really been pushing hard and is capturing more and more of this position. Here's the F-1000 strike. Oh! Almost takes down the Bamboo. Doesn't quite do it, but any following artillery may well be able to take them out if he focuses back on that position, although only mortars there. I thought they were a bit heavier artillery, but again, range differences. I'm used to associating mortars with just such close range units, so if I see any kind of artillery from the spawn, I'm assuming it's massive artillery. The differences, Steel Division 2 to Wargame. A couple of, what will these be? Dragoners, I'm going to assume, coming in here to resupply. And the Bamboo, I think because of the effects of fire there, may still go down. May still go down. Doubtful though, doubtful. And the southern push from Billy Herrington has been defeated by Satyr, and if we look at the number of units now, Satyr's got a very, very strong line. And I think he's definitely dominating at the moment. I don't think Billy Harrington's out of it just yet as the artillery comes down onto the Mankati 6x6. That thing's having to back off. Yeah, you don't want your logistics company under mortar fire, that's for sure. The 107 MSP there back here. Yeah, the one thing about Wargame, obviously this has been developed much later, so some of the units, the modelling is still fantastic, but things like the firing of mortars and things like that with the correct angle of weapon systems, not quite on point. But we forgive them. This is a really old game now. Peace Pheasant coming in for Satyr. Can we get the following camera on? Does it not work? Yeah, it does. Oh, okay, we messed it up. But lovely little work to come round. Doesn't take out those leopards, so again missing. And the block, firing off against the F-1000, gets the kill. The Bamboo will remain intact. I love the airplay in Wargame. Fantastic. The two Dragonair units, though, I guess there's 3 squads in here. Yeah, they're outnumbered. They aren't going to manage to hold on. And Satyr's really built himself a very strong position in Bravo. I really love it. Peace Pheasant's come in for another attack. Do manage to take out the Leopard, but the Peace Pheasant gets behind it. Should get the kill. Yes, it does so. And I'm missing the automatic. The automatic must have gone down there. I think I missed that. So big kill onto the automatic. And very expensive kill as well. Those automatics, they're not cheap. So Billy Herrington again is going for an attack into Foxtrot. I feel like he's doing, to be honest, I want to say I feel like he's doing the same thing kind of over and over again, and Satyr's built himself up such a strong line that he's going to easily be able to repel the attack. But honestly, I'm not quite sure what he could do differently, if I'm honest. Southern flank is very strongly protected, so normally I would suggest a southern flank, but yeah, that's going to be really tough. Oh, I missed what unit went down there. Yeah, I am kind of struggling to suggest what Billy Herrington could do differently. I think from not being a strong... Ooh, the Fennec Toe 2 does go down there. Not being a strong wargame player, I would be struggling to suggest differences there. But Satyr only just takes over the lead in terms of the actual lead in this game, thanks to the +1 gained in Bravo. Does bring in a K511 cargo to resupply his units here and actually resupply men in the Sochung Su units. The Peace Rhino does make it out alive. Dragonaires do make it into the sliver of forest in the south, and the smoke actually provided by Satyr there, helping out the Dragonaires. Stabilization malfunction onto the Leopard, but it is going to duel against the K1. I think the Leopard 2A1 does have the advantage in a straight up fight. In comes the Peace Pheasant though, and the Peace Rhine. Oh, so much action. The Leopard 2A1 goes down, the K1 survives, the 16C comes in, takes down both. I think both planes went down there for Billy Herrington, so he has lost a hell of a lot of planes, and that will not help out in this matchup for Billy Herrington. The K511 cargo also resupplies the Bonbu as well, so nice move there from Satyr, keeping his command units alive. He really has the advantage here. Every single attack that Billy Herrington makes is being fought back against, and every single attack is making Satyr stronger, and it's weakening Billy Herrington. Looks like he might go for a northern attack into Bravo now. The positions, they're just so strong there. I think perhaps one thing that Billy Herrington could have done differently is just concentrate more heavily on one position. Usually you don't want to do that, but I think he kind of put attacks into Bravo, then went into Golf, then into Bravo, then into Golf, then into Bravo, then into Golf, and it kind of allowed Satyr to... Each attack he defeated, it kind of strengthened his line in that position, so maybe fully concentrating on Bravo and kind of fully controlling Bravo, like Satyr did, might have allowed for an improvement in Billy Herrington's position. I think maybe that could have been something different that he did. Okay, again, the 107mm mortar's being used to shell the supply positions. The Peace Pheasant 2 comes in. Yeah, to just take out that supply. But the Roland 3s in the back do manage to take out that Peace Pheasant. We notice no fighters coming in here. Ooh, the F-16 nearly goes down there as well. No fighters came in this time from Billy Herrington, so he could be out of fighters now. He has lost a number of aircraft. More smoke coming down to protect the Leopard 2A1 down here on the southern side. Should be able to take out the K200 pretty easily. I can't remember what the distance is on the law. Okay, so it's 520... Is that right? Yeah, 525 meters on the law. Ooh, command unit down. Command unit taken down. So that's a pretty big loss. I didn't quite see whether the plane went down following that, but it was coming in here, quickly replaced by Satyr, so not a big enough loss. It was coming in here to sit in the top of Golf and really secure this matchup for Satyr. He's definitely on top right now. I feel like he's going to pick up the victory. 16 minutes left on the clock. It'd be surprising if he didn't, but don't count Billy Herrington out just yet. Peace Rhine heading in with those Maverick missiles. Not really picking anything up. Coming under heavy attack from the Hawk and the Mistral. Will it make it out alive? Yes, just. Dragonair attacking the Sochong Su. He has worn them down, and this position is looking a little bit weak. We've got 3 K1s here, so when I say a little bit weak, not really that weak. I'm speaking, I guess, in terms of infantry control, but the 3 K1s here are such a heavy presence. The Leopard 2A1's got to do a lot of work to take down 3 K1s. It's going to be pretty difficult. So although Satyr could do with some more infantry, perhaps in this forest here at Foxtrot, I think he's got the position secured. And I'm sure he will bring reinforcements in very shortly. So we do see the reinforcing command unit coming in here. One of the South Koreans looking to capture that Gulf, get himself a +2 and really start to secure that victory. The recon unit have pushed forwards. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. I'm going to give it a go. Spadern? The Spadern would be my guess at the recon unit here as they get to the edge of the road, check things are clear before Leopard crawling across, I'm sure. Under heavy fire right now. More infantry coming down to the south. Remember, Billy Herrington has much more infantry than Satyr, but he has lost a hell of a lot of it. And Satyr's just got such a strong line. He's not actually moving forward from this position, and I don't blame him. He's got himself the +1. He's about to get himself a +2. He's just going to sit there and soak up attack after attack. We see a lot more investments in his support weaponry, the fighters, the aircraft, the bombers, the ATGM planes. Although there is a Roland 3 and a Flat Panzer down here. Although not actually taking fire right now. There's the Roland 3 fire. I think he's testing to find out what's back here. Ooh, F-16 Block 50 there, firing off. Will it come round for another attack onto those Rolands? Billy Herrington ordering another Roland in, a replacement Roland. And F-16 retreats intact. K1s look like they're going to make a push forwards. Fight off against the Leopard 2A1, 3 against 1. K1 should come out the victory. AH-1J coming in as well to try and support this push. Looks like Satyr is making moves in the south. Leopard 2A1's damaged, not heavily. Flat Panzer Gepard moving forward to support the attack. Looks like both players pushing forwards in this southern area, and I think it's the Billy Herrington definitely has to fight back because Gulf has been captured here. Peace Ride coming in, does take out one of the K1s. Nice move there. So he does have more planes at his disposal right now. K1 firing off against the Flat Panzer Gepard. You do not want that. It's not something we want to see, and it's 2 against 1 now with the Leopard, although it's heavy damage. K1's looking to go in for the kill. No, Satyr backs off there, allows the Leopard 2A1 to survive. Doesn't want to sacrifice his K1s. There is movements afoot from Billy Herrington. Even the mortar unit pushing forwards here. Panzer Grenadiers, Dragoneers going to take on the Sochung Su, should get the kills. Fennec Toe 2 pushing forwards, but it is up into the face of a Mistral, and the Fennec doesn't last long there. So there is a supply truck coming in to reinforce the Leopard 2A1, resupply and repair the Leopard 2A1, Flat Panzer Gepard, and a second Leopard 2A1 is going to join the southern position. So I think Billy Herrington is all in on the south now. He has managed to equalise Bravo with the infantry command unit. Peace Pheasant coming around the south, going to take out the Flat Panzer Gepard, and we'll know. I wondered whether there was a following aircraft to try and take on the Leopard 2A1. Will the Peace Pheasant make it out? I think it did just. F-16 coming in here, providing fighter presence. But yeah, kill onto the Flat Panzer Gepard. That thing was pretty heavily damaged anyway, so I think it was going to go down. But still important to take down those anti-air assets while you've got the opportunity to do so. The Roland's getting mortared there, having to move positions, but do so fairly easily. Leopard 2A1 pushing forward. So this is Billy Harrington's last chance, I think, really, to make this attack count. I like the use of smoke. I think this was from Satyr to kind of cover off the view of that Leopard 2A1. They're going to have to get mighty close, which puts them in a position where you don't really want them to be as a player using these Leopard 2A1s. But he's not got much choice, really. And the K1s, that use of smoke allows the K1s to kind of focus down on the infantry of Billy Herrington. So good work from Satyr there. Although actually it may have been Billy Herrington himself. I think he's trying to protect his mortars when they push forwards here. Rolling 3's coming down, I think, to resupply from the Mancati there. F-16 Block 520 coming in, but no real movement. Or no real attack coming in. The Leopard did back off there. Coming into the south, they are seed missiles here. So he's trying to get these Rolands, although the radar is turned off here. So good seed work from both players. Block 16C is going to stick around in the south. The Rolands, now the radar goes on, takes down the AHG, but it allows the Block 16 to fire, gets a kill on the seed. I don't know whether Billy Herrington meant those radar to be turned on to take the AH, or whether it was actually to try and get the KF6, the F-16 as it kind of retreated without facing the Rolands. Not sure what the purpose of that, but I wouldn't have thought you'd want to turn on the radar to take out a helicopter while in the while underneath a under-seed attack. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh, there is a Mistral in the south defending against any Hilo attack in the south. Doing a good job in there. Satyr's had those units for a long time now. Finally paying off for him. Roland 3 being fixed up, being resupplied with those radar missiles. And they're kind of pushing the south. The gain is broken down. Don't really see Billy Herrington managing to make it through now. 300 points down. I guess 200 points difference. And only 8 minutes left on the clock, so I'm pretty certain Satyr is going to win it. Another AH-1J coming down here. Automatic being ordered into the south. Definitely trying to get rid of these planes being flown by Satyr constantly now. After he has pretty much established air dominance. The OH-60 going down to the Lux. No! The Lux revealing the position, and the AH-1J firing there with its F-4 rockets. And the OH-60 firing on the opposite Lux. Satyr reinforces this Foxtrot. Ooh, the Peace Pheasant comes in, does manage to take out the Leopard 2A1, does die in the process, and the Peace Rhine should... Nope, that one goes down as well to, I think, the Mistral and the Eyehawk, more likely the Eyehawk there. So yeah, Satyr has reinforced his Foxtrot position with Sochong Su's, and yeah, that is a really strong position there. Billy Herrington calls it there, and I think the victory was well on the cards. Congratulations to Satyr, does win out against Billy Herrington, and that was a hard fought match from both players. I really did enjoy it. I think both players were really good, and Satyr guessed it better, but I think on a different day Billy Herrington certainly showed his mettle and definitely could have picked up victory. I think... Yeah, I think some changes to his attacks. I just feel like Satyr got the upper hand there, and once he got it, he never really looked like he was going to relinquish it. I think it was more methodical play from Satyr, concentrating on one position, Bravo up north, while, you know, defending against attacks in all positions, but he just methodically kind of built up a defense, and then once that defense was there, it was just so strong that Billy Herrington just could never kind of puncture it. He couldn't really get through it. So yeah, Congratulations to Satyr. 3,000 kills to 1,600 losses, 33 minutes, 23 seconds. And Satyr will progress in the tournament. I think I will put a challenge link below in the description. But please note, spoilers, if you go in there, then obviously, you know, if I do cast further matches, I am planning on casting further matches from the tournament. So if you do go in there, you may see results that, you know, that I then cast. So there could be some spoilers. But if you do want to know more about Wargame, feel free to drop in the comments. I will drop a link to the boot camp Discord. That's the place to go if you're new to Wargame. Definitely. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and more Wargame casts on the way. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know if you think I can improve these casts in better ways. Hopefully my unit knowledge will come back up to scratch the more and more that I watch and play Wargame. Thanks very much. I am Angry Bird. I will see you next time.